How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be doing an overall market update, taking a look at the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. We're also going to be doing a trading update, talking about what I personally did today in the markets, as well as some stocks and ETFs that I'm watching and looking to trade right now in the middle of January in the year of 2020. And boy, do we have to talk about Tesla and Beyond Meat today, guys. What a day. Tesla was up a whopping 10%. You would think that with all of these days that Tesla's been going up, it's going to sell off, but no. 10% in the green today for Tesla. And Beyond Meat, oh my God, guys, don't even get me started. Beyond Meat, I think, was up around 20% on the day today. And I want to talk about whether or not I still see potential in these two stocks, whether or not I think it's too late to get in right now, or whether or not, again, there could be some more upside here. So all I ask from you is, if you enjoy this video, simply go down below for me, hit that like button. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy the content and you want to see further content from me. I upload every single day on YouTube, talking about stocks I'm trading, what the markets are doing, and just thoughts in general on these markets. And if you want to be further connected with our community here, the Strive Smart community, I have a Discord link down below, as well as a Facebook group, 100% free of charge. Get in there, chat with us, chat with me during the market, and all of our other people in there that are contributing to the community. That really is just an awesome community, guys. So get in there, again, down below in the description box. And yeah, let's start off here with the SPX, the S&P 500. This ended up hitting an all-time high yet again today, up $22.78 at the close, up 0.7%. And you guys can see the all-time high was actually right at the close of the market at $3,288.13. Absolutely insane. And with today's move, guys, obviously the uptrend here in the S&P 500 is continuing, and this little dip that we saw on Friday, the ending last week, that proved to be a dip buy in these markets. We ended up holding that 50 SMA as well as that 3260 old resistance as a new support, which is fantastic here. So as of now, uptrend is intact, and if we pop to another high here, expect maybe some consolidation and maybe a little bit of a pullback like we've seen in the past. Every time we've hit a new level, a new high, it seems like we've plateaued a bit, we've consolidated, we've pulled down to that 50 SMA, and then we've continued, which is why I've been very adamant, is that even a word? Yeah, I think that's the right word, adamant of buying the dips here in these markets, right? And I've been doing that, as you guys have been following, in the individual stocks that I've been picking. So going over here to, and by the way, guys, the futures are actually up $5 after hours, which is impressive. You guys can see we almost hit a 3,300 ES mini S&P, which is just the S&P 500 futures. We almost hit 3,300 on these, which is pretty insane. So expect the green to continue tomorrow, simply based off of what the futures are looking like here after hours. And sure, if we wake up, futures are red, then that's obviously going to be the flip, right? We may expect maybe a little sell-off tomorrow if the futures, again, we're pulling down red, but as of now, they are green. The NASDAQ is up 23 points here after hours, I believe. Let me pull up and see exactly on my phone where the NASDAQ ended up closing for you guys, so I can give you precise statistics here. The NASDAQ today up $95, guys, up 1.04%, which is absolutely crazy. And if we go over here to the Dow Jones before we take a look at the NASDAQ analysis, this is up 83 points on the day. Not as crazy as the NASDAQ, as the S&P, but it was still up 0.3%. And in my opinion, out of all these indexes, which one has the most left in the tank here? It's the Dow Jones. Let's be honest. Take a look at this. RSI is not too overheated. We actually didn't hit an all-time high today, although we did have a slim green day. And based on the pattern, especially on this hourly chart, we can see tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if this were to happen and we do hit an all-time high. That is, if these markets push green. That's very possible here, in my opinion. But if we go back to the NASDAQ, it's already at that all-time high, so a pull down is a lot more possible for the NASDAQ compared to the Dow Jones, if that makes any sense for you guys, right? And you can see the RSI here on the hourly chart, very overbought on the NASDAQ, so maybe a pull down to 90.50. Again, I don't know if this happens. If the markets continue hot, I don't think it'll happen in the short term, but let's say markets maybe consolidate a bit. We see another green day and maybe some consolidation after that. A level that I'd feel comfortable buying the dip on the NASDAQ or any ETFs that trade based on the NASDAQ would be if it were to get down to this level, 90.50, putting us at an older resistance as a new support, as well as that 50 SMA, which has proven to be a level of support over the past couple of weeks. And let's say we were to break that, the main level after that's going to be the 180 SMA, and we'll talk about that in subsequent videos here if that does end up happening. So overall, guys, today in the markets, fantastic day. If you have money in the markets, you probably made some money today. If you have diversified stocks or pretty much any index fund or any ETF that tracks the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, you made money today. So congratulations to you guys. And let me know down below in the comments while you're at it, what did you end up, thinking about these markets today? What are your thoughts about these markets? Do you think they'll continue to go up? Do you see a sell-off? What individual stocks are you eyeing up? I'd love to know. Drop that comment down below. So let's talk about now what I did today. And again, oh my goodness, guys, today was one of those days where I was stunned at how fast and how quick, and the fact that we didn't see really any pull downs in Tesla and Beyond Meat. It was one of those days, the stock did not pull down. It just kept going on. So let's talk about that. You guys know on Friday, believe it or not, on Friday, I bought Tesla at $4.80, and I bought Beyond Meat. I was buying some shares at, what was it? Let me pull up the chart so I can get the exact chart price for you guys. I bought Beyond Meat at, I think it was $94.26 or something like that. It was right around here. And since then, guys, my shares, and mind you, I actually sold out like an idiot. I sold out a little bit, not a lot. I took a little profit here on Friday, believe it or not, like a pure idiot. That's completely my fault, obviously, right? I took a little profit there, and from there, guys, the stock went up another, what is that, 25%. And this is why I leave shares on the table, because if I was a complete idiot, I was a little bit of an idiot, but let's say I was a complete idiot and I sold out completely out of this position, I wouldn't have made anything today. But the fact that I kept some shares on the table, because I saw more potential in Beyond Meat, but I wanted to play conservative, right? Take a little profits. But the fact that I kept those shares gave me that exposure to this ridiculous rally that we're seeing here in the stock, right? So my position now, again, I sold out a little bit. I'm up about 25% on the remaining shares. Excuse me, guys, that I still own, and I only took a minimal amount of profit today on Beyond Meat. I wanted to take a little bit because, guys, let me be honest with you, and you know this, I'm more of a conservative trader. When I see a stock up 19% in a day, and I still believe in it, in the next couple of, weeks, of course, I just can't not take just a little bit off the table. You know what I mean? I can't not do it. So I took a little bit off the table of Beyond Meat, but of course, I kept some shares for the, potential exposure. And take a look at this thing after hours, guys. I'm benefiting here from keeping those shares on the table. This thing is up another 7%. Like, what the heck is going on? This is just ridiculous, right? So, is there potential in Beyond Meat right now? I think there still is a lot of potential in Beyond Meat. Let me be completely honest with you guys. Would I get in right at these tippy top prices? No, I really wouldn't try and force it up here. I'd wait for any sign of like a micro pull down. This is a perfect example. You guys can see this thing pull down from 88 down to about 81. That would be the perfect opportunity to buy in shares. Right there would be your place to strike. Let's say if this Beyond Meat stock at this point, 122, let's say we were to pull down maybe to a 105 to the 110 range tomorrow. In my humble opinion, that would be the place to strike, right? That could be a place to strike. Maybe 110, 112, sure, that could be a place, maybe if we play the EMA like it seems like we have been, this light blue line, a pull down to 113, that could also be an entry point. But the thing here, guys, which makes Beyond very dangerous is you might get a case of FOMO, fear of missing out. Let's say tomorrow the stock gaps up even more to 127, 130. Then you buy in here, and then all of a sudden we do get that little correction that I just talked about. You're gonna feel very, very you're gonna feel in a weird spot. Let's put it that way, because you're gonna be down on your money. You're gonna be down on yourself, for making that kind of impulsive move, and then all of a sudden you're down on the position. So for me, the way that I'm viewing it is, sure, if you want to buy a little bit, get a little bit of an exposure here into Beyond Meat, that's fine. And you do whatever you want, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion, right? This is not for you to buy Beyond Meat. That's not what I'm saying here. But let's say you nibbled some here, then waited for the pullback. That could also be a play here for Beyond Meat. And honestly, at this point, guys, if we zoom out to the yearly chart, we can see, if we draw out some trend lines, it still has some room to go. We broke 105 today. Let's actually draw out some levels here. 95, we broke that, I believe, on Friday. Today we broke 106, and these are all old resistance levels, right? And now it seems like with the aftermarket action, we completely filled the gap up to about $125. So we broke many gaps. We filled many gaps here in Beyond Meat. And the next one that I'm seeing is going to be from around, 125, 130, all the way up to about, I'd say, 145. Let's just put it 140 to about $145, $150. That's the next major gap that we're seeing here on Beyond Meat. So a couple things could happen, right? If we do get that pull down resistance at 125, maybe we pull down 110, the lowest in my opinion, 105, the complete lowest, or maybe around 115. This could be an entry point for the rally back up to 125. But let's say we never get the pull down, which would be insane, right? That would be insane. But let's say we just rallied above 125 tomorrow and we started to truck up to 140, 150. The break above 125 could also be an entry point tomorrow. So I'm watching those couple of moves there for Beyond Meat. And overall, guys, these moves, they don't happen a lot in the stock market. Sure, in the penny stock market, if you follow penny stocks, I really don't too much, to be honest with you all, but if you follow penny stocks, sure, a 20% move might not be too crazy, right? But when you're talking about billion-dollar market caps, I don't know how much of a market cap Beyond Meat has. I could probably look it up in 5 seconds. Let me just take a look at it really quickly. But either way, it has many billions of dollars under its belt. These companies, when they go up 15, 20% in a day, that is ridiculous, right? Market cap Beyond Meat, it's about $8 billion right now. That's a pretty big company at the end of the day, right? And on the flip side, Tesla. This is another massive company that has, beaten market cap, I believe, of all of the other auto manufacturers at this point. Its market cap, let me pull up Tesla's market cap just for fun here, guys. Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, market cap now, did it crack 100? Let me take a look here. No, $94 billion. We're almost at 100. $94 billion market cap right now for Tesla, and this thing went up 10% in a day, up $50 per share. So me, again, I bought in at $480, and I've been telling you guys my strategy with Tesla here is, every single dip it takes, I'm considering buying some shares. And I put my money where my mouth is, right? We saw the dip here, and what did I do? I added some shares. I added them a bit early again at 480, but now it doesn't matter because the stock's at 520, right? But back on Friday, I was like, dang it, I added them at 480, but then it went down to about 470. Didn't add more, but it's okay because now on those shares, guys, this is going to blow your mind. In one day, literally one day, those shares I bought, they're up. What are they up now? About 500 and not 500. They went up to 525 at the close. They're up 9%. And after hours, this thing didn't stop. Just like Beyond Meat, Tesla right now after hours is at $523 per share. And let me be honest with you guys, this is a little bit crazy for me. I didn't lock in any profits today on Tesla. I did not do it because I really believe Tesla, just like Beyond Meat, also has more upside. We're going to have some shorts covering here, right? They have an earnings report coming on the 28th of January. If they knock that out of the park, we might explode even higher. But honestly, I may lock in some profits before earnings. That's one thing I might do, actually, if I'm being honest with you guys. But there is some weeks, like 2 weeks before then, like a week and a half, 2 weeks before then, where this could rally even higher, which is kind of what I'm banking on at this point. And then I'll lock in the profits. And we'll see again in these videos. I'll let you guys know what I end up doing. So if I'm not in Tesla right now, I personally would not try and force it, kind of like Beyond Meat. For me, I'd wait for a pull down. If we go on this hourly chart, any pull down into the lower 500s, 510s, 515s, if we get that, guys, that is where I'd pull the trigger on Tesla if I'm not already in it. But since I'm in it and I have a massive buffer built in, and I might put a trailing stop on it tomorrow, I'll let you guys know. I feel comfortable holding here, and I'm not going to add more at this point. Maybe I add a little bit more, but the fact that it ran so quick, I didn't really get to build a full-out position in my swing in Tesla, but that's okay. If it pulls down maybe a little bit, if it pulls down in the next couple of days, I might add a little bit, but I feel comfortable with where I'm at right now in Tesla. So do I see potential in Tesla? Do I see potential in Beyond? Absolutely. There's a lot of good things going for these companies, which is why they've been spiking up. Have you noticed that ever since Jim Cramer came out and started talking positive about Tesla, ever since the mass media came out, kind of opening a bright light on Tesla for once, right? The stock's been going up. Have you guys noticed the coincidence there? I sure have, and I think it'll continue. And with Beyond Meat, BYND, they have a deal right now going with McDonald's where they're testing out some PLT sandwiches. What is it called again? Plants, lettuce, and tomatoes out over in Canada. Up in Canada, they were in 28 locations. Now they're expanding it to 51. If they ink that full-on deal with McDonald's, this is going to be insane, in my opinion, for Beyond Meat, where this stock could maybe even go back into the 200s, as insane as that sounds. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, guys. That is a long ways to go. Let's play it step by step here, then we'll talk about that. So overall, guys, those are the two main takeaways from my trading session today. Actually, I bought a little bit of more Uber, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, I think I did buy a little bit of more Uber this morning on the consolidation here, and I do plan on selling out of Uber at around $36, but I'm way more excited about Beyond Meat and Tesla, guys, which is why I completely forgot about Uber. I was probably gonna forget to mention it, honestly, but overall, that's what I'm doing. Some other ones I'm owning here are PayPal. This one did amazing today, up 2%. Activision, Blizzard, up a 0.5% here, and this is going to get into a couple of other stocks that I'm watching and looking to buy. Ulta being one of them. Ticker symbol ULT. And this is one that we talked about yesterday, and if you guys ended up getting into this, if you bought some Ulta, drop a comment down below. But we talked about how it was trading right at 267, which happened to be a resistance from a couple months ago and a couple weeks ago. And I was telling you guys, if this was to break up, it'll bring a lot of buying power in, and the stock would most likely start to fill the gap up a little bit, right? And it did exactly that, up 3% today, up $8.42. So for me, I'm looking at Ulta, and it has a huge level of reward here versus a smaller amount of risk in terms of where the candlesticks and where the chart is right now. So for Ulta, from 270, guys, let's say we were to get in there up to 320, that's a longer-term swing, which could be the gap it fills. That's around a 18% potential for profit, 15 to 18%, which is pretty incredible. So Uber, we already talked about that one very briefly. I'm already in that one again. I'm looking to get out at about $36. PayPal's another one here. I'm just reading off my list here, guys. Netflix is another one that it's on the verge of breakout. It's kind of reminding me of this Ulta position on Friday, right? Ulta closed right at a resistance, and then today, Monday, it broke up, and I'm thinking Netflix could do something similar. Are they reporting earnings tomorrow? That could actually change everything. No, that's in 8 days. Perfect. So before earnings, I think there could be a play here, if we pop, right? Because from 340, guys, you can see, last time we broke 340 or we were at 340 and we held it, we traded all the way back up to 380, and that's a move of, let's see here, over 10%, about 11% in the stock. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Netflix has been heating up here over the past couple of weeks, as the market has been. Let's be honest. It's obviously it's because Netflix is a good company, but at the end of the day, it's because the market too has been hitting all-time highs, and that's been helping Netflix. But we can see ever since the blow it took from Disney Plus, this thing went down from 380 to 250. It's been reversing. So this could be a nice comeback play in the year of 2020. And this could be the move that I'm looking for again from about 340 to $380. So let's talk about one more here before I send you guys off. Ticker symbol NIO, NEO stock, was another one that killed it today. Well, not kill it because it's a penny stock, so 5% up for a penny stock is not really considered killing it. But it was a good day, right? 5% up 0.19 or just 19 cents. Why am I saying 0.19? 19 cents today, and it's really proving to me that NEO is continuing this uptrend. I'm loving this, guys. We're riding these moving averages like I mentioned in yesterday's video. Today was a green day, getting us closer to $4, and for me, that's where I'd like to enter, right? Maybe from 370 up to $4. That could be a tradable range here, but from 4 to 450, that's the next level that I'm looking to make here on NEO. And ultimately, I'm long NEO. You guys know this. I really do think it'll be a $5 stock again, $6 stock one day. So any dip that I'm seeing, I think it's attractive. But on a swing trading basis, in my swing account, I like to trade more technically based. Of course, fundamentals play a role. But, in my long-term accounts, I don't really care about technicals too much because, again, they're long-term accounts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, I'm looking to hold these positions. So technicals don't really matter to me about, that as much as it does in the swing account. So it needs to show a nice technical break. It showed one today, but honestly, I missed it, guys, to be honest. But if it shows another opening tomorrow, a nice technical opening, that's where I'm looking to strike in NEO stock. So overall, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Crazy way to start the day. Or the week rather. Let me know down below in the comments, what are your thoughts on the stock market, individual stocks, Tesla Beyond? Do you think it's too late for them to get in? Do you think there's a lot more room for them to run? I'd love to know. And if you guys enjoyed the video, all I ask is to hit that like button, right? Consider subscribing as well if you want to see further content for me. And I'm actually, I actually have a link down below. What's it called? An affiliate link. I almost forgot what it's called. An affiliate link down below below with Webull, where if you deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400, which is free money at the end of the day, guys. Who does not like free money? So down below in the description box, you'll see that affiliate link. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Crazy day. Oh my God, so excited about it. Yeah, hope you guys do well tomorrow.